Okay, so today I am going to give a talk about renunciation, about the path of letting go and of restraint. So, blessings. Okay, so I am here today. I am on the east coast of England in a place called Scarborough, and I've just just left the monastery. I've just arrived here about an hour or so ago, and I've been in the monastery where I used to live for about a week, and it's been really good catching up with friends and practicing meditation and monastic living, really. So one of the things that we do is after midday in winter and from 1 o'clock after kind of springtime, so it's about 31st of March, we basically don't eat in the monastery after midday, 1 o'clock. And it's a really good practice for renunciation. And it's something that I've been using in my own life for the past few months. A practice of just letting go of a few things I know that I enjoy doing, they're pleasurable, but don't really give me an abiding sense of happiness. So, what I wanted to talk to today is just this sense that at the beginning it can feel quite challenging when we're trying to give something up. Like, for example, food. You know, the first few days I find when I arrive in the monastery, I want to eat. Come evening time, afternoon, it's like, I'm hungry. I'd really like to eat something. And I get to that point that I think, what could I eat? And my mind starts to proliferate a bit. And I just stop myself, feel into it. So it's like a short-term pain. And what I find though, after a few days in the evening, my meditation really stills and I feel really clear. And it's really, really beautiful that when we kind of try to let go and we take the renunciate's path, we get a lot of benefits from doing that. So I would kind of recommend, in your own life, what is something maybe you can set a time for, maybe for a week. Okay, I'm not going to eat after midday, 1 o'clock. See how that feels. And what that kind of helps to do on the external level is you're helping to train yourself on an external level. And it's much easier to train yourself on the external level by giving something up that level, because then once you've done that, you can then learn to train yourself on the internal level, and that's a more subtle level. So it's like once you learn to let go of the external stuff, the internal stuff is easier to do. But you've really got to do it that way round. You've got to start with the external, training yourself that way. And that's why monastic life is conducive to finding peace and happiness, because you're really looking at getting quite strict around your boundaries about, okay, I'm not going to eat, I'm not going to have sexual contact, I'm not going to kill anything, I'm not going to use harsh speech, all of these things. Just being aware of that. And through this practice we develop, and at the moment one of my practices is I've stopped eating chocolate, crisps, and stopped watching films. And I've set my intention for 3 months, and so far I've done 2 months. Because, it's neither here nor there, but it's just a practice. It's like, can I do it? And I know that I can, and it supports me in my practice. And by doing that, then it's easier for me to let go of the things I struggle more with, maybe my irritation or my judgment of others. So I thought I'd give a little reflection about renunciation, about letting go. So from this beautiful east coast of Britain, with the sea low tide at the moment. I wish you many blessings and may you be well. Okay, take care.